Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a little special edition Being the Odds. It's U.S. Open week in the PGA, and we are ready for our U.S. Open best bets of the day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach, and welcome to Being the Odds. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, hit notification bell so you never miss a pick. We have the U.S. Open. We have a special U.S. Open video that we're doing obviously right this moment, but we also post MLB every single day over the summertime. We do NHL and NBA when it's on. Same with college basketball. And NFL and college football is right around the corner, and I cannot wait to get into that. So definitely go and subscribe to our channel. We're going after our first 10,000 subscribers. We're a little over 75% of the way there, our first 4 months on YouTube. So really excited to have y'all here. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. So to recap so far our golf season, we only bet majors, just to be very clear. I only bet majors because you don't really know what's going to happen in these other tournaments. Like, you don't know, like the Canadian Open last week, Nick Taylor winning on a freaking 70-foot eagle putt. Absolutely incredible. You just don't know who's going to win those other tournaments. However, you can get some serious value when you go with majors. So to give you guys an idea, so far we bet the Masters. What did we give you? We gave you Jon Rahm at plus 850, winner. Along with our other bets was a cumulative plus 500 win. And in the PGA Championship, we gave you Brooks. We gave you Brooks Koepka plus 2,100. That was the winner. Overall, it was a cumulative plus 1,700 win. And for those guys who normally bet baseball, basketball, football, and we're like seriously betting on golf, you can get some serious value on these, especially this. I mean, cumulatively, we're up 23 units on 2 tournaments. So love to see that. I'm going to give you guys 5 prospective winners today. These are all to win. I'm not doing top 20, top 10s, top 5s. I'm going after winners. And I'm going to go, before we go into these winners, I want to go over some dynamics of the U.S. Open to give you guys kind of an idea of like why we're going with these sort of picks, okay? First things first, you have to understand the course. The course, they're playing it at the Los Angeles Country Club North Course. It's a par 70 course. Now, for those guys not familiar with golf, I'm a big-time golfer now. I play a lot of it. Not nearly as good in the PGA. I'm like a 10 handicap. But it's a par 70, 7,420 yards. That is incredibly long for a par 70 course. A normal like PGA course is about 7,400 yards, but it's a par 72, which means that there's more par 5s, longer holes. The fact is that there's going to be more par 3s, aka shorter holes, which means that the par 4s and the par 5s are going to be longer than they normally are in other tournaments. So there's going to be less par 5s. And for those guys who are not familiar too much with golf, par 5s is where you can score a lot. By score, I mean you can get an eagle, you can get a birdie. That's where you get those there. That's where you focus on. So instead of there being 4 par 5s, there's going to be either 3 or 2, depending on how they mess with the scorecard here. I was looking at the scorecard today. It's not very clear whether they're going to do 2 or 3. I think they're going to do 3, though. And there's going to be more par 3s that aren't very scoreable. Guys, par 3s, if you're getting a par on that, you're doing a fantastic job. For example, guys, number 11 on this course is a 290-yard par 3. That's fucking crazy. The average PGA golfer drives between 280 and 320 yards. That's like an average driver off the tee. So there's certain players on the PGA Tour who cannot reach this with a driver, which is absolutely incredible. I think it's pretty far downhill, by the way, just to be clear. I think it's pretty far downhill. However, even that being said, 290-yard par 3 that's on this course. And the US Open is very famous for really thick roughs. It's the hardest major that there is in golf. And with that being said, with the fact there's less scoreable holes, long par 3s, long par 4s, you need to be a heavy hitter to be able to have any sort of opportunity to be able to like win this tournament. So I got 5 picks today. Now I'm betting these like just 1 unit a piece, getting it and expecting at least 1 to hit. With one of these to hit at a bare minimum, you're going to win at least plus 250. If we hit one of our long shots, we'll hit it at we'll get 30 to 1 on it. So I'm going to start with my favorite bet. It's going to be Brooks Koepka. Now, Brooks is my favorite golfer. However, he was second in the Masters for a reason. He won the PGA easily. And one thing that Brooks does is first off, he's a long hitter. Like he drives 310, 320, 330. And in a California course, he'll probably be driving in the neighborhood about 330, 340 every single time because there's going to be thinner air. Also, his short game is incredible. One thing about Brooks that his mental game is through the roof. Like he doesn't get rattled anymore. He used to in 2020, 2021. He is not rattled. Especially since he's slowed his pace down with putting. I could see him winning this tournament. You can get him at 12 to 1, so plus 1,200 to win. Next, my next favorite is Jon Rahm at plus 1100. Very similar to Brooks. He's a heavy hitter, but he has a shorter backswing. So for those guys who don't know, like with having a shorter backswing, he'll be able to easily more replicate that when he gets tired. I like Jon Rahm here to get a win here. It's plus 1100. I'm going to take him here as well. Next, I'm going to take the odds-on favorite with Scottie Scheffler. Scotty's due for a major win here. He's won a Masters. He's won a lot of tournaments. But I think this is one where, I mean, Scotty can win this one easily. It's plus 700. So I'm not a big fan of it because it's like not very good value. But I can see him winning. So I'm going to take Scotty there. And then the last two I'm going to take are two long shots. I'm going to take Viktor Hovland. You can get this at 17 to 1 or plus 1700. I really like Hovland here. He is always in the final group on day 4. And if we have two guys in the final group on day 4 of this tournament, we're gonna be in really good shape. And Hovland is always there trying to play spoiler. And for me, I'm really happy that I have Brooks and Rahm and Scotty there. But Victor's always in the mix there. It's only a matter of time before he breaks through and wins a major here. I'm gonna put some faith in him today. And lastly, I'm gonna take a little long shot, plus 3,400. I did this for the PGA tournament, and that was Brooks. I'm gonna take Collin Morikawa here. Collin Morikawa is one of the most OCD anal golfers I've ever seen. If you watch Full Swing, the guy is so particular on what he wants. And with that being said, with a course like this, you have to be particular. You have to hit your landing zones. If you hit it too far, you're in the rough. You hit it too short, you're in the rough. And when you're in the rough on this course, you're not going to be making many birdies. And Collin Morikawa is one of the most analytical, most anal, most specific golfers that we have on this tour. To me, I think he has a legitimate chance to go out and win the U.S. Open. Doesn't hurt that he's already won majors before as well, but I really like Collin Morikawa here. So, quick recap, we have Brooks Koepka is my favorite bet, plus 1,200. Jon Rahm right after that, plus 1,100. Scottie Scheffler at plus 700. Viktor Hovland at plus 1,700. And Collin Morikawa at plus 3,400. So, let's go lock in this picks, y'all. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money, and I will see you all tomorrow. Make sure y'all check out those other videos.